AFTV 3-0 to the Arsenal and a comprehensive win today.
Oh, no more King Arteta. No more King Arteta. No more King Arteta. I've moved to the... Look, Robbie, I don't want to start negative because that was one of the best performances.
You started negative.
I have started negative.
Very.
But I've been just listening to everyone saying, because it was a great performance, but we're not thinking long term. And I think long term, we played a crap Nottingham Forest that are in disarray, with a manager that doesn't really know what he's doing. Some of the players weren't playing very well. And I think, yes, we played well, we had good performances, but how much of that was due to forced injuries? So that was it. What was nice was there was no more Saka FC. Yeah, we actually had players.
Are you all right?
I've looked at the stats.
Give him a drink over there.
Yeah, I know. I've looked. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel that King Arteta. Well, I said it. It's a dying habit. I think Arteta is. Remember that Lauryn Hill song, "Killing Me Softly."
All right, what did he do wrong today?
I think today, I don't think he done too much wrong, but I think long
What's
term.
the problem?
But the problem is the Liverpool game. I saw a cowardly performance. I saw a performance that I saw against Bayern Munich at home. I saw a performance that I see PSG at home. I saw a performance that is not going to win us trophies. And yes, people are saying there's two things, yeah? He plays, why are we getting injuries? This is no one asks this question. So I did a bit of research, yeah? My research has told me that the reason we're getting so much injuries is because he's playing at full intensity in pre-matches. So you think that's normal?
How do you know that? You're on the training ground.
No, TNT. So you can check it. The TNT reporter said it as well last season. He said that it's so intense, and the reason for that is because he's under pressure. So if he's under pressure now, listen, Arteta will go, but Saka is a gem.
All right, so.
And it's our asset. It's our asset, Robbie.
I'm getting very confused. I am. Right. Okay? So today there's no Saka.
Yeah.
There's no Rice from the start. No Saliba. Odegaard goes off injured early in the game.
Exactly
right.
My point.
No Havertz. Last season, those are probably the 5 most key players in the team. And we still won 3-0.
It doesn't matter. This is what I'm saying. Number one, it's a false equivalent because the team that we're playing are in disarray. Number one, yeah. So it was like they didn't come here to win. They were just working themselves out. Number two is by December we might have a squad. We have got a squad, no doubt. But most of you look at our injuries compared to any other big. Norgard hasn't played, and he was regular for Brentford. You look at Ben White out again, Havertz out again, Saka out again, Odegaard. Saliba, why did he play Saliba when he knew he was injured?
He didn't play him today. Saliba's back in training.
You don't risk it. If Odegaard's got an injury, don't risk him.
So Odegaard today, that's Arteta's fault, that injury.
Yes. Because we knew Odegaard had
Odegaard.
You didn't need to play Odegaard. You did not. You've got a player that's better than Odegaard in Wanyeri. Yeah, you don't need to play Odegaard.
Odegaard's injury today is Arteta's fault.
Do you know what it is? It's the pressure. No, you're laughing. But listen to what I'm saying. You guys comprehend, use your brain and listen to what I'm saying.
I'm using my brain. Wait, 1 second. Let me finish. I'm using my brain.
Go on.
And my eyes, right? And I'm seeing Odegaard today going for a 50-50. Not get hit on his shoulder, get a 50-50, right? Where he injures, it looked like to me like an ankle or something like that, right? That's Mikel Arteta's fault.
Yes.
So any injury, that means in the future, any player that plays for Arsenal that gets an impact injury, that's Arteta's fault.
Let me break it
and
down.
If that's the case, right?
Let me break it
then
down.
it's every manager's fault for every injury. That's ridiculous.
No, let me break it down. Let me break, guys, just 1 second. Let me break it down like D-Generation X, yeah? First of all, these players are under extreme pressure because of Arteta. So he is overplaying them. Now, let me give you some stats. Last season, we were the fourth highest. There was Brighton, Ipswich, Tottenham, and Pochettino, whatever his name is, season 3's team. And then it was us.
Yeah.
We have got, and the reason why Arteta's bought these players is to try to, when we do get injuries, to cover them. Unfortunately, some of these players are under pressure, like Odegaard, for example, who knows that if he doesn't, he has to play with a niggle. Do you know what I mean? It's the pressure that's coming from the management and the expectations.
So let me just say this, right? Let me just, one second. So let me just say this, right? And what you just said about last season was true. Too many injuries.
And we're going to do it again.
So wouldn't you say again, when you're criticising Mikel Arteta, wouldn't you say he's answered you today completely, right? Because what he's then done, he's learnt from his mistake of last season. He said, you know what? The problem I had last season, let me just finish. The problem I had last season is that when Saka was out, we had a big problem. So let me learn from that mistake. Let me go and get Noni Madueke. So that when Saka's out, he comes in, there's not a mega drop-off. You know what? Last season, if Saliba's out, we've got a serious problem. Let me go and get Mosquera, who can play out on that right-hand side of the centre-back, to come in and do a great job. You know what? When Odegaard was out, we had a big problem. We'll get Wanyeri there, who can come in and cover him. Right?
He stumbled against
Skelly. He didn't stumble across them. They've come through. They came through the academy. Right? Hold on. They came through the academy. So last season, you could argue he stumbled across them. But he's now discovered how good they are. So he's then said, all right. So I know I've got Wanyeri who I can bring in, right? But I want him to cover Odegaard. So I've got him there, and I've got Madueke. A lot of the things that we were moaning about when we saw him signing, right? So he's brought him in. Then he said, actually, last season I got away with it a bit because, you know what, there was no injury to Raya. But what if something happened to Raya? Let me go and get Kepa. That's another person. I brought in Zubimendi. But what if something happens to Zubimendi? You know what, I'm going to keep Partey. Actually, Partey's saying he wants to go. All right. So now I'll go and get Norgard. That's another person. He's injured already. He's not injured out. He's not injured for the whole season, but he's in for cover. Good players can get injured, right? So that's another cover. You know what? Actually, last year if Timber got injured, we got Ben White who can cover that, and Mosquera. Actually, you know what? On the left-hand side, Calafiori got injured a lot, but we've got Mars Lewis Skelly. But actually, I'm going to go and get another player in Henkapi. So don't you then look at it and say to yourself, that's somebody who's learnt from his mistakes, who said, listen, this doesn't mean that you're going to win a league. But what if you're I'm basing this off of your injury talk that you're saying.
Let me answer that.
He has then gone out, learnt from his mistake, and covered literally every base on that team. That's why today he can take off. He can rest Declan Rice. He can take off, Noni Madueke and bring on, he can take Gyökeres off. He can bring on Martinelli. He can bring on Trossard. He's got Max Dowman there.
Okay, so let me answer.
And that's with all the injuries.
Can I say something now? Is it supposed to be a two-way dialogue? So what I'm saying is that you can have an aeroplane like a private jet. But if you can't get it, he's our Brendan Rodgers, Robbie, let's be honest, yeah? Like, we're talking about early on, like, of course we've got a big squad.
Say that you feel he can't. Say that, hold on. But say that you feel, as a manager, you don't feel he can get him over the line. But if you're going to blame him for the injury today to Odegaard, if you're going to then also say that he hasn't learnt from his...
If they're overtraining, Robbie,
maybe he's looked on it,
he's damaging our assets.
But if he's
Saka is worth over 100 million. He's had 2 hamstring injuries now, and they're very serious. The first one's very serious. We know what happened to Kaká. We know what happened to Michael Owen. We know what happened to great players. He's damaging our players, Robbie. And it's time to think about this. When it comes, we'll be all right until maybe December, January. Then February will come. April, that's when players drop off.
And that's why he's got a better squad in.
I'm going to make a prediction. In fact, it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Yeah, we're going to have so many injuries by March, and we're not going to win a trophy. And I hate to say it, but that's the reality. Unless we get a new manager in, and I believe that manager should be Arsene Wenger.
You've lost it.
No, I do.